Shawna, we're going to walk through using the 3D foundation and the
Yes.
Demi concept with a couple of Demi correctors. We're going to show everybody how this is for everyone.
Yes, it is.
Okay. First, our goal is to add color where it's lighter. So are you
Yes.
able to show me where you think things are lighter on you?
Yes, I know it's underneath here. I'm looking in the mirror. It's here,
Yeah.
here, here, here. Some points up here
Yeah.
are lighter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did it the other day. How did you feel about just that one step, adding color to where it was lighter? Was it easy or hard to find the light areas?
Once you told me how to do it, it was easy because then I could see and or take a picture and you would point out. So I said, okay, it's there. It's a small piece here. Each time that you're practicing, of course, it's easier. And I could see it. I was more concentrated, like how you told me, on the dark, and it wasn't. It was the light.
It's the light, right?
Yeah, right.
Use Fiji, actually, right?
Yep,
The
sure.
one, perfect. That's
Yep.
it.
Okay.
So
Yep.
using that and using your Fiji,
Yep.
medium brown, and it works really good with your skin tone.
It did.
The light first, so just kind of start at the eyes and show me how you do it, and that way we can kind of assess it and see if we can make any changes as we're doing this.
So I would go.
You're doing a light touch. That's exactly.
Yeah, it's not a lot, right? Because this is pigmented. It's a lot, you know.
Yes, and that's the other thing that's a little tricky with it, that you get used to, especially the highlight. It's soft, and that's the reason why a little brush will keep you behaved and adding the color only in those areas.
All right.
Okay,
And
see, I can already see it toning down and softening.
yes. Okay.
Okay, that looks really good. So
Okay.
I'll do out here in this outer part of the under eyes, just a little, because this is where most of the dark is. So up closer to the eye and get this little area there. Yeah. And the mirror helps. Somewhere to
It definitely helps. I know. I didn't think it was going to. It definitely helps.
Yeah, and you can wipe it away. So we need to add right in here the light color, and here, I mean the depth of color with Fiji.
Okay.
Oh yeah, like instantly.
Yeah, it's really. Okay.
Perfect. You hit the exact same spot.
Okay.
Now that was like magic right there.
So good.
Yeah.
It's so good. Yeah. So good.
Now do up here above the pulse. This is a very common place that I guess it's the wear and tear or what over time we lose pigment right there. And so what it does, it gives that illusion of coming forward instead of just kind of being smooth. Oh yeah. You've got a perfect shaped nose. So see where it's kind of like broader down through here, but that's not because your nose, that's just, it's lighter. So on the top part and just add some color, and it's probably a couple of dots. Don't think of a contour line. It's probably use a few areas. So like on mine with taking like a little spot brush, I kind of like bounce. I have like white spots in here.
Yeah.
I have to kind of bounce around and just hit those little light spots. And then what it does, it instantly contours my nose. But really all it's doing is getting rid of the distraction of discoloration, and it shows the actual shape of my nose.
Oh, okay. So
you've got a beautiful shaped nose. And so just adding, that's a very common area, that bone right there, to get light pigment.
Oh yeah.
On the top part of the mouth. You typically, this is common to like get kind of closer. We either get violet or we get very green here. And so, but this, even though we get a lot of excess color on the top part of the lip, we're going to have some light spots. So these outer areas, but they're pigmentation that has small areas in between it. So it's something you could use a bigger brush with, don't you think?
Yeah, the only areas I would have some is like a sunspots, like here, you know, those little
So
ones
then you
there.
do the same thing with a small brush. Don't go over
Yeah.
them.
Just go, right, okay. So you want me to
Yes,
do the
do that.
sunspot?
Yeah, the cheekbones right here where it protrudes out. This is a tricky area, and mine does the same thing, especially on this side. So I have hyperpigmentation, some age spots on this side, but it sticks out, so it catches a lot of light.
It does.
And so what it does, the reason why you want to focus on doing it in that area, because it can make your eyes look hollow if this is light. So given that balance, just kind of opens and brightens up the eye.
So you want me to use like a larger brush for that area?
I would, unless
Okay.
you're going over a spot.
No,
Yeah.
I'm fine. Like this size or even like
Yes.
a bronzer brush, okay.
Yeah.
And you want me just to, well, let me see, like this area here?
Yeah, in the light area.
Okay, let me see.
Oh yeah. And then on the other. It's kind of right there, perfect, exact same spot. Smooth forehead. I would just add a little bronzing to it, to the forehead for a little warmth. And where else do you think you can just add it? You can do it to the sides a little bit. There you go. And you just want to be careful not to shift or move anything that you've used.
Yeah. Okay.
If you want, you can use the sandies. This is great for people that already have 3D foundation and want to try this concept.
Yes.
Then you can use your highlight color and you use the deeper tone one. So you would use it in areas that need typically any kind of redness or muddiness.
Yeah.
Right. So the chin, if there's any areas in the sides of the face that are a little shadowed, take a little sandy in that. And so this is basically subtracting some of the color from shadowed and dark areas. So the same concept that we did adding color, now we're subtracting a little bit of the color, trying to use and using the highlight to do that. Before we do that, let's add cheek, because sometimes the eye color down in here, the color, some pink or something, that it's less work to try to filter your eyes than put cheek and then shift and move it. So let's do a little bit of cheek color. You got VR5, so pretty pink, just wherever you want a natural flush. And also I like to think of the cheek color that's adding color to light areas. So all of those, and you can even take some of that warmth, you know, those light areas underneath the eyes at the depth. If you take cheek color, just a tap what's left on there and add it up in there, you're mimicking blood flow. So that just brings back health, and it also balances out the light areas. Let's do the under eyes. So you're going to get a small brush.
Yep.
And we're going to focus on filtering out, subtracting that excess color. So you've been doing that really well. Do dot on the deepest, darkest, using small little points of color.
Like here. It's perfect sunspot.
Yeah, and on your skin tone, I find sunspots, any kind of really dark pigment has a lot of purple in it. So the Y01, and if it's super, super dark, then OY1 works really well. If it looks toothpastey, or anything like that, or if you feel like you see the product and it looks toothpastey, a couple of reasons for that. It could be you went outside the area, and you got too much product. And the other is when you just shift the color. So if it looks toothpastey, that must mean on your skin tone, you need more of the OY1. You need more yellow than just subtracting the.
OY1. All right. I'll have to see if I have that one. OY1.
Down in here, it's just shadowed just a little bit. Do you see it on I guess it's your right eye?
Here, I see it exactly here and here.
So I think it's mostly like just a shadow. So take a little bit of Y01 on there and see how it does just in that spot. common right here on that bone, right here, this little part, there's going to be some subtle shadow or pigment there. So there's a couple things you can use. I would go to 03 and just lightly, just kind of right in this little area, there's going to be some dull, you might see it on camera, just right in here, and it's like a dull shadow.
Yep.
And what that is typically.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. And I would use a smaller brush.
Okay.
Because it's very small. There you go. Using a bigger brush, you'll feel like you have to add more product because it's missing it. It's not hitting the target. See, I can see it hitting the target as soon as you do that. It's instantly, yeah. Now use 05. 05. What have to do with a scarf? Is it raised at all?
No, it's not.
So there's probably
like a teeny bit, yeah, like a teeny bit of raise, but it's not that bad.
So here you want to try to lightly just, there you go. And then you're going to have some right next beside it. There's probably a dark place right beside.
Yeah, there is on the side.
And then you take one of the filters, the Y01, and go just to the side of it.
Oh, okay.
To the side of it, there's going to be probably a shadow or a.
That's good now.
Oh yeah. See,
that's good now. Yeah, that's good now. Yeah, that's good now.
Awesome. I've used eyeshadow to do sculpt the eyes, or you can use contour. So we're going to use eyeshadow. Use trust to add depth of color.
Okay.
Around the, go right above it, right in here, and add a little bit of color. So you have this pretty.
Like here?
Yes, just a hint. To follow the bone all the way out. Oh yeah, that looks pretty.
That does look nice.
Right out here in the outer corner to give a little bit of depth. Right in there and up. And so you could totally just like use trust alone like that and be done. And
because with my hooded eyelids.
Yes.
Which I love. Okay.
And did you add it? You added it in that outer corner over there. Yeah, perfect. So then what I would do is what's left on your brush, take a little and kind of create a little depth just below that lash line, just a little.
My God, it looks so good. I'm doing this first thing tomorrow morning. I love it. I can't believe this.
You have an eye and just add it to the base for a little bit of warmth of the eyelid without adding too much color.
Thank you.
So for lips, you naturally have this beautiful lining around your lips naturally because it's like your skin tone. So what I would do is add in the middle and just up here, you can use the Fiji and just add a little next to the lip line on the other side. You want to add color. Let me show you. Like this, taking the spot brush. So the lip pink area and the skin color area, as we age, just comes down and it gets lighter when really and truly they should be on the same level of depth of color. They're not going to.
What's this one I like? I've been using this one a lot. August, I like August. I like them all.
Yeah, I do too. August, Desert Sunset.
Sunset. Yeah, any of those I like.
All right, pick one and just kind of dab it right in the center.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Did you find adding in that little bit of color at Fiji on the side, did that help? How do you feel about that?
Oh, it definitely did.
Okay, good. Oh, yeah.
Wow. I'm like, wow, it really did.
Okay, good.
Oh, I love it.
And then you don't have to set it. You don't have to use powder. So how do you feel about it? How have you felt about doing it this way, typically where you've done makeup traditionally?
Oh my God. You know what? It looks, there's creases, there's
Yeah,
lines, there's,
yeah,
pigment, and it doesn't stick inside of it. It's
yeah,
not catching it. It's not like, I mean,
yeah.
it's just, it looks so clean and even. It's not accentuating any of the of the bags or the lines.
Just looks like your skin, but you look like you have a
Yeah.
glow, you have warmth. I love it. Looks so
Yeah.
good.
I'm gonna have to go out and find them.
Looks
I
so
love it. It looks so good.
good. Here,
I
I'm
love